Holy Christmas nuts, look at this box art. The galaxies we'll explore, the adventures I'll experience, all the characters I'll meet. The saying, don't judge a book by its cover, is the most bullshit and most true phrase humans have ever created. I mean, how can you resist the urge to buy a game that looks as cool as this? See, even though I was scammed, I still prefer this box art over this any day of the fucking week. Everyone on this planet in its entire history has judged a cover. Aristotle did it, Kim Jong-un did it, Jimmy did it, even a perfect black man such as myself has before. It's human nature to base your initial opinions off first impressions. The moment a cover doesn't spark an interest, you lose a potential fan, and this can be applied to basically anything. Thumbnails, book covers, banners, and especially box art. More specifically, back in the day when games were just starting out. Many people don't realize the beauty and importance of box art. It's the first point of contact between the player and the game. The visuals of a cover can leave a lasting impression that can influence your choice to explore what the game has to offer. Box art sets a stage, and if done right, can light a certain feeling within you. A feeling that makes you spend $60 for Super Monkey Ball. If we're gonna talk about box art, we're gonna have to go back. All the way back. Not that far back, but this far back. The NES box art, a journey back to the roots of gaming. What the fuck did I just say? The 8-bit era where pixels were king and the box art was an art form in itself. There was two types of box art for this era. The badass kind and the pixel kind. Now, if you were a dumbass kid in the 80s, which one would you pick? And no, I'm not picking fucking Hammering Harry. Box art back then was a wild landscape, an era where imagination still existed and artists actually had jobs, so usually it would be this and this. You see the disconnect? It was an age of experimenting, perfecting, and nickel-and-diming the absolute fuck out of kids. The topic of how Japanese and American box art are different is a topic I'm going to try to refrain touching on because it's been talked about so many times.
But no! Mega Man is so fucking ugly in the American release! Yeah!
Shut the fuck up. I know, but we're not gonna talk about it, you little bitch. Now, let's look at box arts. Castlevania's box art always tickled my pickle in the right way. Dracula getting ready to suck something, and you got Mr. Belmont with his 30-foot whip getting ready to beat his ass. Wandios Woods. Oh, this is probably an adventure game, I'm guessing, from the cover. Wrong. It's fucking Tetris, bitch. Contra, you slimy little salamander copying the movie Predator and taking Arnold's poses. I'll let it slide, though, because it was the 80s and it was Japan, and those guys didn't even have cards yet. Mario Bros, the game that started it all. What the fuck? I don't think Nintendo ever thought Mario was gonna be this big, guessing from the box art. It feels like they took a picture of the game and just slapped it on. Sega! Master System. Sega, what the fuck is this? This is why. This is exactly why you never trust a company that forces you to do a template for box art, which is just Sega, so you don't have to worry that much, man. Yes, Sire. Would you like Alex Kidd, Pro Wrestling, or Wonder Boy? None, Alfred! I want none! These graph lines make me feel like I'm trying to do my statistics homework. But Sire, we have Alien Syndrome. You know, I always fuck with the SNES box art, but it also had old game box art syndrome along with the NES. A game that released on SNES was Mario RPG, which I made a video on the remake for that game, and something I forgot to touch on was the controversy on the box art and how simplistic it is compared to the old SNES box art, which I can't help but agree, and usually the counterpoint to this was the fact that this box art was actually the same box art that was released in Japan. I do not give two shits if this cum-stained copy of Mario RPG was released in Japan. If the box art doesn't look good, it just simply doesn't look good. America did it better. Besides this outlier and a couple others, Nintendo throughout the generations have done a consistently well done job with their box art. Unlike the others. Especially with the new generation box art coming out, they're basically the last bastion when it comes to creativity. Back to the SNES. Chrono Trigger is always in my mind when it comes to amazing looking box art. It's just so... I don't know, man. It just looks so good, you know? You feel me? Like, come on. Oh, look at this shit. It just fucking... It's perfect. It's beautiful, really. Like, come on. Super Metroid looks badass as fuck. Too bad the gameplay's like... Not dogging on the game, Super Metroid is a fucking classic, but if I was a dumbass 8-year-old buying this, I would be severely disappointed. Super Ghouls and Ghosts! You sensing a trend yet? Pac-Man 2 and the New Adventures. What the fuck is happening on this box art? Hey, but at least this box art is very accurate to the final game, and I have a sneaking suspicion this might be the only game that's gonna be like this. Breath of Fire 2! Alright, that's enough, fellas. Just give me some realistic box art. Top Gear 2! Motherfucker, why? I can't do this anymore! Finally, a good game. Zombies ate my neighbor. Fuck it, close enough. Honestly, I can't get mad at box art like this. Artistically, I much prefer this than something that looks more like the actual game. Ah, Donkey Kong, what happened? The rhino didn't, what the fuck? No! You know what? At least it's not Hammer and Harry. I feel like this was the origin of bad box art, and you'll see what I mean once we reach the 2000s era. Sega this time around revolutionized their company by hiring a real human to make their box art guidelines this time. Look at how gangsta Sonic and Tails are looking in this box art, and then you got Eggman in the corner looking real mad, grabbing the number 2 with his dirty little sausage fingers. Just a solid box art cover all around. The Streets of Rage cover is exactly how I expect Detroit to look, except more black people. Gets my black man seal of approval though. Woo! Earthworm Jim. Hey guys, welcome to my Earthworm Jim Let's Play. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more Earthworm Jim. Vento Cremisi. This game isn't even real, but I just want to put this on the list, to be honest, from how nice it looks. I love the art direction they use for this box art. The placement just makes sense and everything just fits nicely together. Knuckles Chaotix. Remember how you needed the 32-bit add-on to play this game? I don't. I wasn't even fucking born yet. Why is Knuckles posted up like this? Like what is this? Croc, what the fuck? The N64, PS1, the Sega Saturn. Rest in peace. Now, this is when the gaming industry got real serious. The N64. This generation was really a coin flip if you wanted to get good box art, because this is the era of 3D renders and Mario looking uncanny as fuck. But then you got masterpieces like Paper Mario, Smash Bros, and Parappa the Rapper. And with the introduction of the PlayStation came the introduction of the character holding gun and look cool trend. Thank you, Tomb Raider. I kind of fuck with the Spider-Man one because Spider-Man's crawling towards you, and that's kind of weird. You weird little Spider-Man weirdo. Clock Tower. Truly a classic of the PlayStation, but I wouldn't know that because I still wasn't born. Just give me a couple more years. Something about this box art I just really like. I don't know if it's the fake 3D or the white guy with the giant hedge clippers. Super Smash Bros. One of the few with normal box art. I really like this one with the classic Biff effect. Such a classic effect. When I start biffing people in the face. Classic. Alright, Tiger Woods, back the fuck up. You do not need to be this close up. Average Tiger Woods always goofing up 1 inch away from the camera. Who the fuck greenlit this, guys? Was it you? Madden 2000, Mr. Madden, you done did it again. Woo! I was joking. I bet you were jumping up and down from excitement trying to celebrate with me. But you were lied to. You were all lied to. I hate Mr. Madden. I hate him! I hate Mr. Madden! Sega Saturn covers just suck dick, man. I can't even lie. The 3D era of gaming was just filled with rampant attempts to be in your face 24/7. Ooh, we have 3D. Look, guys, it's 3D. It's 3D, guys. Look. It looks like dog shit, Sega. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, I won't be too mean. They do got Sonic Jam and Bomberman, but like, come on, man. It's just not pretty. Next generation, Microsoft entered the scene with their debut console called the Xbox. Now, the reason this is important is because Halo 1, obviously, but more importantly, the box art that this new console brought was a sign of the end times. But honestly, any console that was released in the West was starting to have basic-ass box art, which is a bunch of characters just slapped on like a fucking Marvel movie poster. Fuck yeah, Shadow with a fucking assault rifle, baby! There are still some hidden gems, thankfully, like the beautifully created Kingdom Hearts 1 cover. Absolute masterpiece. I would fuck this if I could, man. Trust me. I've tried. Nintendo really got Westified with overcomplicating everything. Even as an 8-year-old, the Super Smash Bros. Melee cover art always just confused me. I can't put my finger on it, but it might be the fact that Link is trying to stab fire, or maybe it's the fact that everything just looks kinda off. Pikmin 1 and 2, and as a D1 Pikmin glazer, the first one just isn't that good. There's just so much going on that, again, made little me scratch his head. But the Pikmin 2 cover is something I love. It's simple, shows what the game is about, and the Play-Doh-y type art style they picked up for this is just one of the kind. Metroid Sally went down the standstill with a gun like a badass trend, but the Super Metroid cover will forever live in our hearts. The Twilight Princess and Wind Waker box arts were just absolutely fantastic. They were both simple artistically, well thought out, just nice to look at, and they fucked it up in the HD versions. Fuck you, Nintendo. Whichever bitch of an editor keeps putting random clip art on these covers like Marvel does in their movies is gonna get put up on the list, I swear to God. Dude, I can't even get mad at the Wario World cover. It's kinda just badass as fuck in its own way. You got Wario just laughing with his pounds and pounds of gold, truly just a sight to behold. I bet you guys thought that was the game, but it was actually from my state-of-the-art sound effects machine. My mouth. Mario Kart Double Dash. Thank you for telling me I can team up for twice the fun. Again, so much going on. They got Diddy Kong pointing, Peach getting ready to kill Mario by rear-ending him at Mach 12, and I don't even know why the fuck Luigi's smiling, but I do like how locked in Mario looks. That's a man with sheer will and determination right there. Can't leave out Mario Sunshine, which thankfully got the Japanese box art, and you can tell from the simplistic look. I guarantee the American released concept art for this game had a lineup of characters like fucking Endgame. Shadow Mario here, Toadwooth there. Oh, it's beautiful. Do I even want to talk about the Dreamcast? Man, this was Sega's last year doing consoles, and the box art was just kind of And even though I dunk on the Sonic Adventure series a lot, this pose right here is absolutely iconic. The Wii, 360, and PS3 are up next, and I'm gonna start on a positive note to say that Nintendo really went nuts to butts during this era with box art. Mario Kart Wii was simple yet effective. Brawl was infinitely better than whatever the fuck this was. The Mario Galaxies did a wonderful job as well. Okami was just absolutely stunning. Kirby's Epic Yarn was creative and flashy. Fortune Street was a box art. And Skyward Sword being a bit cluttered, but the art direction they took was absolutely amazing. My personal favorite from the Wii era is hands down Xenoblade Chronicles. It's simple, beautiful, and the cover itself feels like it speaks 100 words. The Monado in the front with the beautiful field alongside the giant titan gives you everything you need to know about this game. Definitely one of the best box arts in this generation. Now onto the PS3 box art. I mean, you got Sonic Unleashed, that was kind of cool. fuck. Westernization was coming into full effect here. Beyond Two Souls, I mean, just look at this and tell me what it is about. I can't even fucking tell you, and I played the fucking game. Uncharted is cool, but it just feels lazy, and I don't even want to talk about the rest. At least Heavy Rain was kind of cool, but at the same time, this origami thing literally means nothing. Unless you played the game, but like if you're trying to buy the game in the store, you're not really gonna buy origami, you know what I mean? It's fucking dog shit, just Microsoft. I'm a badass with a gun, standing menacingly. I like to strongly believe that Microsoft, with anything they touch, ruined video game box art and set the meta. It's the same copy and paste cover over and over, and it's just guns, 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 tits, guns, 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 more guns, standing, guns, guns, tits, guns. They even got a game called Gun. It definitely conveys what the game has in store for you, but my god, get creative, guys. Maybe give Master Chief something other than a gun. What about a beer or something? Or like a White Claw? Anything, honestly, at this point. Next generation coming up, let's see what we got in store. Oh boy, Wii U, PS4, and Xbox One goody gumdrops. At least Pikmin 3 has good box art. Alright. I'll try to give this generation a chance when it comes to box. I don't fuck with this, or this, or this, or this, or this, but hey, I'll keep an open mind. I can't even say the Japanese box art is better anymore since they slowly but surely got westernized as well. An underrated game on the Wii U with solid box art is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, with a badass mech looking towards the horizon. I remember getting it for Christmas and playing it for 10 seconds and got off the moment I heard this song. Honestly, not much to say for the Wii U box art besides the fact that it's a lot better than whatever the fuck PlayStation is doing. Days Gone. Everything about this just makes me upset, and I can't even pinpoint why. Probably it's because it's gun, badass gun, super badass staring in the distance. Bloodborne. I honestly like the direction they took here, but instead of putting something cool on him, they just placed a fucking city street. Spider-Man PS4. This cover sums up everything I hate about modern box art. It's simplistic in a way that hurts it. That isn't fucking Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man. This is not Spider-Man. Killzone and Shadowfall sold a solid 7 copies, but the box art is actually pretty good. They have a guy standing there with a gun, but I don't know. It kind of speaks to me in a weird way. Horizon Zero Dawn is one I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but this is easily one of the best box arts of the PS4 generation. Just look at the beautiful landscape with the giant mech in the back. Just a sight to behold, really. Ghost of Tsushima makes me feel like a Japanese person. Just holding the box art makes me feel like that one dude from Game Awards. What a great looking box art, just all around. Xbox time. Record looks good, that's it, bye-bye. Let's start off with a masterpiece. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think everyone can look at this and just say it looks amazing. Link staring away from us, looking at the journey ahead of him with a beautifully drawn art style. Just a beautiful masterpiece from the Zelda team, really. The sequel is also fairly decent as well. Not as good as Breath of the Wild in my opinion, but this is still better than most cover arts today. Pikmin 4 goes in the automatic masterpiece pile because I'm a D1 Nintendo glazer. This one is actually really interesting. Nintendo chose the actual good cover art that resembles the original Doom, rather than the generic as fuck Mr. Doom guy looking straight forward with a shotgun. And usually I would complain about so much going on, but this is exactly how Doom is. Chaotic, crazy, and let me check my thesaurus real quick. Fucking nuts. I don't know. This is a masterpiece of a cover art. It honestly came as a surprise to me when I found out people were dicking down the new Mario Wonder box art. It perfectly captures what the game has in store for you. The Wonder Flower slowly taking over the front with all of its crazy designs and abilities. Fuck you, Mario Golf. Waboosh, the big leagues, baby. I don't even know what exclusives are on the PS5, to be honest. Final Fantasy 16 suffers from slight Marvel syndrome, but the way they manage it far surpasses any other box art with the same issue. It's just nice to look at. Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2 suffer from the same fate as the first one, as the single most boring non-Spider-Man Spider-Man cover ever. Please, Insomniac, just fucking change this. I think Returnal was on the brink of genius with its background, but some dumbass, obese, burger-munching, chicken-chomping, saliva-drooping bumblefuck said, hey, add someone with a gun standing there. Menacingly. Mortal Kombat thankfully hired a qualified person to make their box art, and it came out pretty fire. Yeah, no, you can fuck off 2K. Resident Evil 4 Remake, even though it isn't exclusive, I'm gonna mention in the PS5 section and give it props. It's edgy, but not too edgy, you know what I mean? It's Mary on a cross type of edgy, not can you see into my eyes type of edgy. You know? God of War has this sexy buff white man along with his boy. It's a shame that they're just standing there, you know, standing menacingly, like most box arts now. Is there even games on this thing? Halo Infinite, I think was going in the right direction here. They had a beautiful landscape in the back. Maybe if Master Chief was doing something else besides standing, like the last time, I think they could have had a gold mine here. You know, I really miss the days of sitting in the back of a car, staring at the cover in excitement, looking at Zelda riding a boat, Zelda becoming a furry. The days of glory, truly. All I simply ask for is to see less shit box art like Spider-Man and more box art like Hammer and Harry. Is that too much to ask for?